From the heart of Houston, it's fun, it's engaging, it's Chattin' with Chelsea. She's daytime's new bestie. Here's your host, Chelsea Edwards. Come back to me. I've got the feeling.
Hey, besties. Thank you for joining me for another Chattin' with Chelsea. It is Feel Good FriYAY. So we are talking about all the things that bring us joy, put smiles on our faces. Let me ask you this. When you open your closet, do you say, yippee? Like you just love your clothes so much? Well, maybe you should. We're going to fix that today. We got a stylist in who is going to make that happen for you, give you all the tips and tricks. And then we've got a beautiful spread from Taste Kitchen. They're going to bring joy to our bellies today, okay? All right, so speaking of things that bring me joy for today's Chelsea Chat, I'll tell you, I am really enjoying listening to a song with my toddler son in the car, like over and over again. We probably listened to this song 1,000 times, but it really puts a smile on my face. And this particular song was selected, it started a while back when he was asking for the soundtrack from his favorite cartoon while we were in the car. And I was playing the theme song, I was playing the next song, and he kept saying, no, that's not it. So I just handed him the phone with the music app open. I said, here, you pick, because I'm trying to drive, right? I did not realize that this particular cartoon has songs in Korean. So, of course, he picks the Korean song and loves it. So now that is on repeat. He asks for it over and over again. And it's actually kind of rubbed off on me. I'm kind of jamming with it now. Like, I'm like that Jay-Z meme where he's just like nodding his head and I'm howdy ho hey, ee ho hey, howdy ho hey, chow choo. Yeah, I'm going hard in the car, having a good time. And so the song is actually kind of serious about how the ocean is dangerous and there's the red tide and all of that. But that beat is jamming, okay? So that's how I'm keeping my joy going. Let's talk about how the Peets are keeping smiles on their faces.
If you can make me laugh right now, I will give you some tonight.
Yeah, give me some love.
Yeah.
If I can make you laugh. Oh, this is easy. You talking about?
Okay, that's one way to put a smile on your face. So the wife is saying, yeah, if you can make me laugh, you're going to get some.
Right.
And then as soon as he says the first word, it's like...
She's like, that's what's going to happen.
That's what's going down. All right, guys, let me introduce you to one of my besties, Rocquelle Porch. You are a style creator and a content creator as well. And when I first followed you, I just thought, man, she could dress. I mean, and then so when we actually met, we started talking about dressing for joy.
Yeah.
I knew I had to bring you on the show to teach us all how to dress for joy because, I mean, who doesn't want more joy in their life?
Right. Who doesn't? I know I do. I need all the joy.
Yes.
We all need all the joy. So I'm very big on, like, how can I get up every day and love what I wear?
Yes,
Yeah.
I love the looks. Okay, so what is dressing for joy? How would you define that?
So I would say that dressing for joy is simply like getting up, looking in your closet, and putting on things that make you happy. The world can be dark.
Oh, yeah.
Life can be lifing, right? But what am I wearing that helps me to get through those things, right? And so, like for me, whether we can talk more about the tips and tricks on how I think people can incorporate dressing for joy, but to me, like, I want to be happy when I put my clothes on.
Yeah. Okay, where are you dressing? Like in all this fabulousness, where are you going?
Everywhere. Work. I work at a school, so I be at the school styling and profiling.
Okay.
No, but I work at a school, so it's work, it's church, it's going out with friends, dinner with my partner, like everywhere. Most places, if I'm putting an outfit on, I am putting on something that I legitimately find joy in. It makes me happy, makes me feel good. People are walking around in clothes that don't make them feel good, and that is not okay.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, when you put it like that, it's like, I got some things I need to kick out of my closet.
Yes, you
All
do.
right. Well, you mentioned you work at a school.
Yes.
I feel like you should be sent to the principal's office, like being so fly and being a distraction. Has that ever happened?
I have never been sent to the principal's office. I have never been written up. I have broken some dress code rules. You know, I wear hats more than I should in my 10 years, or I started wearing sneakers when we weren't supposed to, those sort of things. But over time, no one's ever called me in. I'm good at my job, so I think there's also that. But I'm also never inappropriate. Like I'm still professional, and actually, like I feel like people respond very well to like how I show up in the workplace, and it's a way for me to also like bring joy. People have come to me and said like, I love coming to school and seeing what you wear. Or I have kids who come to me and say like, oh, I feel a little different, but you help me feel like okay about being different, or you just so fly, you know. So it's also a way to connect with students and parents. So
I love that. I love the students seeing you and saying, hey, like it's cool to be me and do how I want to do
what I want to do.
Yes.
Right.
Were you ever hesitant to embrace your personal style?
I won't say that I was hesitant, like once I knew I had personal style. Like I've always been into like fashion and clothes, but growing up I just thought I was very different, and being different as a young person is challenging. So I definitely was like reluctant to like lean into what I really liked. I always was looking good. I was cool. I wore the cool clothes, but I didn't really just lean into like being a little different and standing out from people until I got older and just decided to be okay with myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. All right. Well, now that we know how you became as fabulous as you are,
you're too kind.
We are going to teach you how to become that fabulous. We'll be back with Rocquelle and how you can dress for joy every day. We'll see you after this break.
Come back to me. I've got the feeling. Come back to me. I've got the feeling.
We're back with Rocquelle Porch showing us how to dress for joy, add some more smiles in our daily wear. Okay, so where do people get started if they're really like opening their closets and it's womp womp? But they really want to get that joy in there.
That's the first place, is to actually, because sometimes people think I need to go shop first, and that's not the place to start. The place to start is with your closet today. Open that closet and look in there and say, pull out the items. Does this make me happy? No? Boom. Like you are then like getting rid of the items that do not spark joy for you. You remember like back in the COVID, Marie Kondo came out and was talking about sparking joy.
Yes.
That applies to our closets too. Like looking at your wardrobe and saying, what do I have in here that does not spark joy for me? And if it's in there, get rid of it, because that's how you end up putting on clothes that don't make you happy.
So for people who aren't familiar with that technique, how would you describe the feeling? Or like, are you feeling it in your stomach and your heart and your, you know, where?
Yeah, you are feeling it, like you're getting excited. Like you're feeling like, oh, I love this, right? Like for me, it's like, oh, I love this piece. This piece is great. Okay, I'm keeping it, right?
Yes.
Otherwise, often what happens is when you have pieces that you don't love, they're often just sitting in your closet not being worn also. That also happens. So like, I think that is the starting point, and then building from there.
What is it about holding on to those pieces that don't bring us joy? Is it I don't know, I might need this one day, and it's just cluttering up the closet?
I think it is it's a comfort for some people, because maybe sometimes it's sentimental, because I believe we have some things that we know we need to let go of, but it has some sort of tie to something in the past as well. But I also think that it's just like, oh, I already know that this fits me, or, you know, or I already am used to wearing this, right? And so dressing for joy, if it's not something you're used to, will make you a little uncomfortable at first. And so you'll have to like push through that discomfort to get to the joy.
Ooh, okay.
That was a little therapy right there.
That really was. You hear me? Oh, I felt that in my chest. All right, something to remember when I get back home. So after I clear out the items that don't bring me joy, what's the next step?
So the next step is then just like starting to curate and create a wardrobe of pieces that you love. Like for me, it's not about having a closet full of clothes, right? Sometimes we think we need a closet full of clothes, but there are plenty of people with a closet full of clothes that have nothing to wear, right?
Yes.
And that's because they have a closet of things that they don't really just love and enjoy, right? So the first thing I would say is starting to buy things, regardless of the price point, that make you very excited. Like you want to be excited to wear them. You want to wear them over and over again. That is like the first like step. It's like, what do I want to wear? What do I want to look like? What do I want to convey?
Yes.
What is something that is missing from my closet that I want to have more of? Do I want to have more color? Do I want more texture? Do I want more oversized? Like, what is it that something that I want to incorporate, and then building from there?
So when honing in on what we want to exude out in the world, am I looking, I don't know, for inspiration, Pinterest boards? What am I doing if I really have no idea what I want my personal style to look like?
Pinterest is my homegirl.
Okay.
I mean, because it is a great way to find inspiration, and it's a great way to say, like, when I'm on Pinterest, what am I pinning? What am I gravitating towards? Because then you can start to say, okay, I gravitate towards seeing people in preppy looks. I gravitate towards people wearing classic button-downs and blazers and cardigans, right?
Yes.
And then taking those terms and thinking about, okay, this was how I want to define my style. I want to have a classic chic look. I want to have a more sporty look. I want to have a more colorful, eclectic look, and then starting to buy pieces that represent that.
Ah, okay, that is so helpful because
Yeah.
a lot of times we might see things that we think look good on other people, but is that our style? Needs to get into what brings us joy even more browsing.
Right. And it also means that sometimes you have some misses. You try something and you're like, oh, that's not for me, right? Because a great thing about style and fashion is that you can try things. It's about trial and error, and you never know, like, when you try something, like, oh, I actually really do like that, and I want to continue to incorporate that more into my wardrobe.
So if you've had a miss,
Right.
what did that look like for you? Was it, you know, you wore something and everybody was like, or was it more of an internal thing where you were like, I actually didn't feel my best in this?
So your question brought up two things for me. One, the first thing about that I didn't mention about dressing for joy is that you really can't do it with concerns about what other people think.
Oof.
It's very much about you internally and like what makes you feel good, and to be able to block out what other people say, because everybody might not like what you wear. Like, everybody doesn't like my personal style, but I like my personal style, right? And so that's like the first step that I skipped. But beyond that, I'm trying to think, I've worn some things that I just didn't like feel like, ooh, I wasn't excited. Like, I was running out of time. Time is my struggle. Like,
Time to style.
Yeah, I have to have time, and sometimes like I try something on, and it just doesn't feel good for me that day. But I'm like, okay, well, I got 5 minutes left. Let me just go ahead, go out the house. Because even though I may not like the outfit as much, I don't feel bad because I am intentional about buying things that I know that I like. And so, like, that's the thing. It's like intentionality.
It's never like a full out mess.
Yeah, it's just like I just wasn't feeling that emotionally that day, but it still looked good, right?
Good.
And so it's about being intentional about like what you're putting in your wardrobe.
Nice. So is the next step shopping?
Yes. Go shop.
Good.
Go shop. Set a budget. Like, so you need to determine like what your budget is, and that determines like where you might shop, right? But also understanding you don't have to buy everything at once. Like, you can be this is something you do over time, and you should be buying stuff that you want to wear over time. I have stuff I've worn for 10, 15 years, right?
Yes.
And I don't care what the trends are, what the trends ebb and flow. I love them, and so I still wear them, and they still make me happy.
Girl, you got me over here nodding like I still that Jay-Z meme, girl.
Hey.
You're appreciative. So where do you like to get your looks? Do you thrift? Are there certain stores that you like to go to?
So I am a thrifter, and I do love vintage. Vintage is like my fave. I love vintage. I just love the classicness, the quality of the pieces that they made in the past. So I do a lot of thrifting or estate sale or like buying from vintage resellers, but I do shop new stuff too. Nordstrom is a place I love to shop. Of course, everyone shops at Target. Like, who doesn't? This dress I have on today is Target.
Oh,
you know,
nice.
yeah. So
Good to
like,
know.
you do shop. I do shop at Target. H&M is a place that I will check out sometimes.
Okay.
But yeah, and then it's a lot of like online, different retailers.
That's a great starting point right there.
Right,
You gave us plenty.
yeah, for sure.
Anything else we need to keep in mind as we are revamping our closets and dressing for joy?
I would just say, like, think about, like, it doesn't have to be something drastic. You can think about, like, what are little ways that things I want to incorporate into my wardrobe. Maybe it's an accessory. I know someone that does, like, wears really cool socks, and it's her signature, along with some other stuff too, but she loves a great sock, right? Maybe it's rings, maybe it's scarves. Maybe you want to just, like, incorporate a little more color, right? Like, so just think about, like, what is it that I want to incorporate? What do I want to do a little bit differently that I'm not already doing that will make me smile, that will make me feel good, you know, and also bring joy to others.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that. I love that you are spreading joy with your looks every day. All right, so you guys got to check her out for more of these fantastic looks. And coming up after this break, we are eating for joy with Taste Kitchen. We'll see you in a few. This Feel Good FriYAY, we are bringing the joy all across the table, right? We got Chef Don Bowie from Taste Kitchen Restaurant and Bar. I mean, this is quite the spread. Is this for little old me?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I wanted to make sure I brought options today.
Yes. All right. So we've been talking about bringing joy to our lives. What is the most joyful dish over here?
For me, in this season, getting ready to get into this kind of fall, it's probably the oxtail and grits.
Oh, okay.
You know.
I'm with that. All right. So it's a little bit about this.
A little bit of best of both worlds. So what we do is we kind of do a traditional braised oxtail with a little bit of jerk spice to it to kind of give you a little bit of, you know, a little heat. And we do it over grits. You could also do it over rice, but the oxtail and grits is kind of something that kind of goes with the theme of what we do at Taste, kind of dealing with brunch food. And we sell a ton of them.
That is, I see why. That is delicious.
Yeah, we sell a ton.
Here, I mean, you got to be cooking that for a while too. That just
Oh yeah, we let it braise for
right off
some
the
hours. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Lovely. All right. What's the next one you want to show off here?
So let's see. Keeping it in that same fashion, you have what we have is what we call the taste of soul, right? So for me, it was like that traditional soul food plate. I probably grew up eating this. This looks like something that my mom probably made since I was 4 years old, where
Yes.
it's basically just smothered chicken, collard greens, candy yams, and you know, we do a cornbread biscuit, which is basically my mom's cornbread recipe that we happen to cook in the waffle iron, and it comes out just right.
Very cute.
So that is our #1 selling dish at the restaurant.
Yeah, I love everything about this. Wait, I will say, I get a lot of joy when I come to your downtown
Yeah, no.
location. So what do you do that makes your Fridays like FriYAYs, like make it
For
feel
me?
good? Yeah.
If it's a great FriYAY, then I'm probably gonna be playing golf somewhere. That's
Okay.
that's kind of the goal.
Okay.
So if I'm doing that, that means that the rest of my week went pretty well, so that I'm able to kind of get out, you know, and just kind of getting in that golf attire and feeling like that I actually know what I'm doing out there.
Yes.
When I don't sometimes.
So I got to tell the folks out there, we've done a story before when I was
Right.
doing news.
Right.
You feel good with eating and all that and feeding people, but
Right.
you also feel good doing helping out the community.
Oh,
so we've done
absolutely.
stories
Yeah.
before. You've actually partnered with kids and who are less advantaged and don't have opportunities to play golf. So you've done fundraisers with them
Yep,
and all
yep.
sorts of things.
Anything dealing with, you know, kids who are disadvantaged with golf, you know, we do a lot of things that kind of feed the community with kids meals and a bunch of other organizations in the city. We have an event coming up, our annual Turkey Bowl, where we donate food to the George R. Brown event that they do every year where they're giving out food and turkey to the community. So this will be our 4th year doing that.
I love
Yeah,
that.
so yeah, Turkey Bowl.
Oh,
That's us.
yes, Turkey Bowl. Okay, what is it about giving back and helping out that brings you joy?
It gives me balance. I think a lot of times I tell other entrepreneurs and business owners that if you're only focused on the bottom line and doing business and making money, to me, you can get burnt out. To be in a
Right.
situation where you're also seeing where those kind of fruits of your labor are helping other people, it kind of inspires you to keep pushing because it gives you something to kind of be motivated to besides just doing business every day.
Yes.
So for me, you know,
I love
giving back
that.
is just as important as anything else.
Okay, all right. Well, it looks like you're covering all the meals of the day as well. So,
Oh, yeah. Listen.
Tell me about this. Is it lunchtime?
Oh yeah, so like I said, Taste has always been the space where for me we're trying to be the best at breakfast, lunch, brunch, and dinner
Oh,
across
okay.
the board.
All right.
So that's what that menu represents. So this is also one of our newer items, also probably one of my favorites. It's a spicy tomato basil soup, and then we do grilled cheese croutons to put on top with a little Parmesan cheese. Right.
Ooh, Ooh.
The flavor of the little spice
that
in
kick
it.
came in.
Exactly.
The kick came in. I love it.
Exactly. So,
yeah, you were definitely spreading joy. Okay. When it comes to dressing for joy, which we were talking about with Rocquelle, do you dress for joy? Or I mean, I always see you in your chef get up.
I try to say that I dress for action. So whatever's on the plate that day, I'm gonna be dressed so I can make sure I get that knocked out, whether it be doing something in the kitchen, again, playing golf, whatever it is, that gets me in the mode of being inspired to whatever I'm gonna do that day.
Okay.
So even if I swear I dress every day to go to the gym. I don't always make it, but in my mind, in my spirit, I am ready if I did make it.
I know that feeling. I will wear leggings all day, every day, if I could.
And you feel good about yourself, though, because in your mind, you're like, I'm gonna go work out. Until you don't, and then you're like, that's later on in the day, though.
It means you started the day with good intentions
to
work out.
And that's sometimes that's all that matters.
Yes,
Exactly.
that's all that matters,
that's intentions. What I'm saying. That's dressing for action.
Right, especially on a Feel Good FriYAY. Okay, all right, before we wrap, I got to ask about this one because this looks like a really joyful dish right here.
That's the tried and true taste surf and turf.
Okay.
Where it's a combination of our jerk lamb chops with a 8-ounce lobster tail that you get either grilled, fried, blackened, whatever your choice is. And listen, we sell more lamb chops than probably your favorite steakhouse.
Okay, chef, I want you to grab one.
Okay.
I don't know if people do this. I might be starting something new.
What's that?
But cheers
to
bringing joy to our lives and our plates. Thank you for coming from Taste Kitchen, and we'll see you right after this break, all right?
Hey besties, you ready for a magical night with Boyz II Men, Robin Thicke, and 112? Listen to the Mad Hatter Show on Magic 102.1 and call in with the keyword of the day for a chance to score tickets. Good luck, besties.
Thank you for joining me this Feel Good FriYAY. Thank you, Chef, for bringing the spread. Hey, you know, eat for joy, dress for joy, do whatever you want to do this FriYAY. We are not judging over here at Chattin' with Chelsea. We'll see you next time. In the meantime, keep up with us on social at Chelsea Show 5.